What's up, world? It's Emotion. We're live on the webcam on deepflowradio.com, and we are about to go live on the station. You can tune in on your phone at the Live 365 app. Put in Deep Flow Radio, or you can just stay where you are right here on deepflowradio.com, and we'll get it in. We have something real special going on today. We have Fat Smoke Rickyson on the line live from prison. So we're about to go live. Keep it locked. And here we go. What's up, world? It's Emotion. You're listening to deepflowradio.com, and we are live right here on the phone with Fat Smoke Rickyson calling from prison. What's up, Smoke?
What's up? What's going on, Emotion? This is Fat Smoke Rickyson. You ain't my representative. Castro boy, Green Money, Green Red. I'm just touching bases, man, back with Deep Flow, where I started at. I've been going through this indictment since 2012. It's about to be the end of it. I'll be home summer 2015. So I figured I'd reach out. I got a few situations going on, a few people that are reaching out to me on the music business shit. So I figured what is only right to reach out where I started at. That's back in Deep Flow Studio.
Absolutely. And I have some special guests here tonight, too, or today, too. I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves.
What's up, world? It's Fresh. I mean, in here with Deep Flow Radio. Live ready.
It's KG, man. What's going on, man? History between you and Deep Flow goes back further than I. So, man, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. And, man, we really want to get into a little bit, man, about, I can't wait to really get into the history of your foundation and where you came from, and really how you feel and your thoughts to see something that you helped start. You know, you were one of the principal players that particularly started, that laid this foundation. So I really want to hear your aspect on how you feel what it grew into right now.
And also, KG actually just got out from doing 17 years, so he knows all about that prison system, so we can definitely hear a little bit about that. So, tell us, Smoke, how he was just asking about how it started. You started with Deep Flow and how everything went down.
First of all, salute to you, KG, man, from one person being incarcerated to another. But more or less, as far as Deep Flow Studio, I mean, like I said, it was only right. I've been with Deep Flow Motion since she started in the basement, you know what I'm saying, since my first P-Cutter mixtape that I recorded live in her basement. So to see her progress, to see her success, like it makes me feel like just as good as probably she feels to know that I was right there with her making them first steps.
Hell yeah.
To see her escalate what she has today, like I'm very proud of her, as I told her when I called earlier. Like I've been running through my mind a whole lot that I had to reach out to Emotion. When I got a letter from Jive Records about, they reached out to me that, you know, they were still looking up, they was following my music, but they seen I haven't put out anything, and they found out that I was in a federal prison, so they reached out to me, so I felt as though it was only right that I called and give Emotion the information and talk to her and Square Wide and try to, you know what I mean, to set up an interview with her here right now. So I want to say to you personally, Emotion, like I told you before, I'm very proud of your success, and I know you still got many more levels to go.
No, I appreciate it. And, you know, it's ironic because you always used to go by Fat Smoke charges pending, and now it seems like charges took over. But you only have a year left, right?
Yeah, it was charges pending, but now, it's only a year left. So this indictment's been since 2012. This indictment's been since 2012. It'll be over in 2015. So, summer 2015, like June, July, I'll be home. I'll be home in June and July. So as long as everything goes well, I'll be back on the streets. I got some material that I'm working on right now. When I get home, I drop the Forever Rickyson Federal Edition mixtape, followed by the Tupac Wallace mixtape.
And where can people get your music right now?
Right now, my music that I left on the streets my last mixtapes I left on the streets was the Trapaholic mixtape and the DJ Vlad mixtape. You can get that on thatpiff.com at FatSmoke410. And you can get me on iTunes. And that's about it. YouTube, WorldStar, iTunes, and things such as that, and that piff.
Hell yeah, you always were.
Let me go into there's quite the last several radio shows that we have done here in Deep Flow Studios. A lot of the particular artists, that come from the metropolitan area, the DMV, there are a lot of concerns within the industry of, is the hip hop industry really ready for Baltimore hip hop?
Yeah, I just think it's really that they like, I don't know if they really ready for the way we come. Like, I mean, we don't sugarcoat anything, and I think that's what a lot of people can't take. Like, it's a lot of people that don't that take the lane that they're in and they run with it. They don't per se, they don't act, or they don't put on too much of a facade. So a lot of days, like, the music transition has turned over to where, though it's not a lot of people. I'm not gonna say like so much real, but they putting on like an act, like a facade. A lot of people is like, they shy away from the business aspect. I don't know if they want to put money behind people that they know is in the streets, or they know that around street people will do street things. But at the same time, we got a talent that's like no other, and it's only a matter of time until one person hit them charts, or one person make that step and open up the whole market for us all. We had some people who almost broke in the door, but they wasn't successful at breaking down the barrier. Like, you can't just open the door and just let the door shut back. When you open the door, you gotta let the floodgates open, so the rest of us with this talent can just come through. And then some of us, like myself, we put ourselves in situations where we get incarcerated and it slow us up.
Right.
But luckily, I've been blessed to where, though, I had people still follow me and reaching out, and they seen that I wasn't contacting them back, and they found out where I was at, so they reached out to me in the federal prison. So now I'm gonna be blessed with a few situations when I come home. I got a few promotion labels that reached out to me on the A&R table, willing to do some things with me when I get home. So shout out to Terry and Job Records and a few other people's situations that I have going on. But I really do think that Baltimore is on the rise, and I think there's a lot of people that's willing and that's looking at Baltimore, the city, to see who they can grab. But I know once they get us, the world, the whole nation, they gonna love us.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, Tess got grabbed by Free Band's Futures label, and of course, you guys started together in UA Mob. Anything you want to add to that?
Right. No, hey, I wish them all success. We definitely, when I left the streets, we wasn't seeing eye to eye with some things, but that's a situation that'll be handled accordingly or presented when I get home. But when I left the streets, we wasn't seeing eye to eye with some things. But as I said at the beginning, anybody that I was rocking with, or anybody from the city, I wish them success. I mean, whatever they doing. Because at the end of the day, I know when I hit the streets, and I know when I get back 10 toes down, running what I'm doing, it's only gonna go to the top for me. I can't go nowhere else from right here where I'm at, from the federal prison to the top. That's the only place I can go.
Right.
So like I said, I wish everybody out there doing that thing success. Shout out to my partner Con. Shout out to D-Boy. Shout out to everybody that's doing what they doing in Baltimore City, man. R.I.P. to T-Mac. R.I.P. to Smash. You know what I'm saying? I salute to the whole Baltimore City. Stay on your grind. That's all I say. Because right now you got the head start. But when I get back, I'm 10 toes down running. You know my grind.
Oh, yeah.
From the mixtape DJs, from DJ Rel, from K-Slade, from Trapaholics. My resume speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah, you've definitely been grinding, and the artist we have sitting here fresh, he's just putting out a project. Anything you want to ask or advice?
Nah, I was just
Yeah, as far as you making the transition from coming back home to jumping into the music game, what type of adapting did you have to do as far as like jumping back in the flow of things and seeing how music switched over, like far as the grind, the way as though it's not a lot of hand to hand as much as it was. It's more so get on the computer, do this social media, do this or that. So what's the type of what type of transition did you prepare yourself with when you got back home?
When we came in, my first trip into the system was actually 24 years ago. And I was a famous bank robber. I was on America's Most Wanted. I remember watching myself, watching them manhunt. I'll never forget that. And I watched that, and then I came home with the ideology of going directly into music, because in the Maryland prison system we created a record company inside the music, inside the prison system. And we, with the officers, the way the BGF operated, the way DMI operated, the way the Bloods operated, they had a lot of correctional officers that were on the payroll. I went from selling cell phones to, facilitating a lot of what we were doing in the music department. And at that particular time, the prison landscape. Some of the best artists in the world are behind bars. Some of the best athletes in the world are behind bars, but they never had that break, because at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to eat, until you had that opportunity to get on. When I came in, there was no social media. As a matter of fact, I think the only thing Emotion had was MySpace.
Yeah.
At the time, when I was the first, when I started really messing with y'all in the beginning, the only thing you can get any kind of input from Deep Flow was to go to MySpace. And I'm not a social media guy, and I have to be. Mo gets on me every day to be a social media guy.
Yeah, he's not even on Instagram yet.
I'm not even on, I just don't have time. Mo would tell you I'm all over the state. I'm on both coasts. And I was telling nephew Tommy a couple weeks ago, I got invited, they invited me to come down to the Hoodie Awards. And that was the thing when he was like, "Oh man, you from Baltimore, man. That's one of the roughest, cities in America. You doing that wild rap. Man, that's that reality rap, man. We ain't ready for that on the radio." You know what I'm saying? So they was just telling me that the lyrical content, they want happy rap. And Baltimore kind of reminds us of, the hood where we came up at. The difference between when I came in, and I think some of the things that you gonna have to face with when you come home is, it's just like going into a new prison. Cancel that on the telephone. To me, man, the industry is no different from, going into another jail. You gotta know who the players is. You fall back. You kind of like stay to yourself. You got a couple mans in them that that you ran across, especially in the federal prison where you going from jail to jail. You definitely going from jail to jail, and you don't really have an opportunity in the feds to try to establish a presence where, like in MCIJ in Maryland, which was the Cut Annex, I sat there for 4 years, and then I went to the Cut and I sat there for 4 years. Then I went out back. I sat out back in the Max for 2 years. Then shot out the ECI for 3. Then then progressed my way out into the the system. So in each prison, I was able to establish.
Hey, not to cut you off, right? But the feds should speak the phone, so they really cut us off, right? But that motion, though, what I'm gonna do is in the next hour, in the interview, I'm gonna call back, drop a couple lines, get y'all a couple verses, man, that add to this interview. And more or less, I'm gonna thank y'all for this opportunity and reaching out to me. Man,
yeah, definitely call back.
Call back in about an hour when I
when you call back in an hour, I'm gonna still be on live. I'm gonna be on live when you call back.
By the way you stay in the streets, boy.
Yeah, we gonna continue this discussion too, though, right? Is he gone?
Yeah, I think he's gone.
Okay, let's finish this real quick though, man, because I want to hear from Fresh, man. Especially being what's your name again, bro?
Gotta pee.
Derek P.
P.
Man, let's get you. Hey, Ty, can we get him on the air too, if it's possible? It's G Legacy though, man, from DFlowRadio.com, man. Come see us on Live 365. Definitely congregating live on Deep Flow Studios, 211 East Patapsco Avenue. 211 East Patapsco Avenue. I've definitely got to give a shout out to the underground listeners throughout the entire planet. I want to give a special shout out to my people out in the Philippines that got at me. Definitely. Y'all, as usual, y'all always contact me at 443-535-5325. Do not hesitate to forget to call Emotion at The call in to Deep Flow Radio Live, 410-354-3456 right now. If you definitely want to holler at me, please contact me at 443-535-5325. But we're on live right now. Call in to 410-354-3456. Remember, 211 East Patasco Avenue, B-More. Who is that? Who is that calling me?
Nick.
Let me see that. This is what you call live and uncut, though. Yo, Nike, what's going on?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Nike.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on the radio. I'm on live right now. Matter of fact, Nike, say hi to all the people real quick for me.
Oh no, you're good. I got that.
Yeah, that's my girl Nike representing Joppatown, Maryland, y'all. Nike is one of my close personal friends inside the Seventh Letter network. She is definitely one of the top models coming out. So hopefully in the future, man, y'all gonna see a lot more Nike. Nike, as soon as I get offline, I'm gonna shoot out there and we're gonna take care of our corporation business. Alright, so I'm gonna see you soon. Hey, say bye to everybody now.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Big Joppatown.
Oh yeah, big ups to Joppatown, y'all. Big ups to Joppatown. Alright. Now, one of the things, man, that I want to hear from you, though, being a young artist coming up in the game right now, just give me a little bit of where you hail from, brother.
I'm from Baltimore all day. I don't really be, you feel me, claiming no neighborhoods or nothing, you feel me, because I done moved all around, and that's not what I'm about. I'm trying to put on the whole city as a unit. Like, when I come on, when they say, hey, that's fresh, I want them to be like, hey, that's fresh from Baltimore, you feel me?
Let's switch real quick. Keep going. Keep going.
That's basically it, you feel me? I'm doing it for the city. Like, that's what I love, you feel me? That's where I'm from. That's where I want all my majority of my love from. I'm doing it to be international. But if I get the love from the city first, that's where it's at.
Oh, definitely. Man, any which way you want to sit, brother. I want to hear from y'all, man. No doubt, though, man. So, lyric wise, man, how you come across, man?
I'm more of a, like you just said, more of a in your face, this what it is. Times is hard, you feel me? Like, I ain't got a Lamborghini outside. I ain't got 3 chains on right now, you feel me? I got my fronts in my mouth and a white tee, you feel me? Keeping it for real, like.
Thank you. I think I like that.
Man, so man, in terms of, man, your mixtape coming out, man, speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, I got the American Renegade it's American Exchange mixtape coming out on the Renegade America label. It's my 3rd mixtape in the game. Like, that joint why it's called the Exchange is because it's kind of make some money off of what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I do it for the passion. I love what you feel me? I rap just to rap, but at the end of the day, it's about making some money, trying to come up and eating.
Talk about that movement, though, from hitters.
Yeah, the American Renegades, that's based out of Richmond. You feel me? They came up here with me for a little bit when I was back in school back in 08. We came up, got down with that. Ever since then, you feel me, niggas, we realized we had a little bit of talent. Like, yeah, we might as well start doing something with it. You feel me? It's nothing worse than talent. You feel me? Unused talent. That's a blow.
So who else is from Richmond? Who else originated from Richmond?
He ain't up here with me, but shout out my man Swish Marlene, you feel me? You can check him out all day, Richmond Renegade, you feel me?
Talk about, in terms of the influences, man, that you've had, to make you want to, because somebody heard of somebody.
My influence, Los, you feel me? Big shout out to the home team, you feel me? Definitely, but that's because, like, I like to think, you feel me? Like, when you listen to a song, you got them songs that make you want to go out and party. You got them songs where you want to, you feel me, just get fucked up too. But when Shorty get on the track, you feel me, it's always locked in. You listen to what Shorty got to say.
Man, one of the things, man, that, that I appreciate about hip-hop, man, is that the youth movement, is what keeps it going. But the reality is that sometimes it gets splintered to where you don't know what's real and what's not real.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Let me know what you identify in terms of artists or styles that you see as being real in the game today,
Alright.
and what's fake.
First, shout out to man just came home, Boosie, you feel me? When we was growing up, you knew Boosie was talking about what he was talking about, you feel me? Just off of the way he carried himself. He wasn't being flashy, and he wasn't being too gangster, but just his style was like, yeah, he really that. Now like, for styles like, what's the dude name? Shorty with the no flax joint. That's like, you feel me? Like, not like bubblegum, but like just trying to have the swag joint. And but at the same time, I feel yo, because that's what the streets want. You gotta make a song for the kids or somebody to rock to. But like the balance it with the in between, I would have to say Migos, because they got the swag joint, but they still keep it to the street joint. Like, so it's like you gonna rock, but you still gonna listen.
I like that mix.
Talk about it now. Let me hear a little bit on that. Just that. Okay, here's an example. The album Boosie dropped.
Yeah.
Was give me the live feed.
What do you mean?
Yeah, there you go, right there. I'm gonna make sure that I get everybody. Mo, can you take that camera and make sure everybody at the table?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Boosie dropped Incarcerated while he was incarcerated.
Yeah.
But he anticipated that to be a mixtape, but he had album sales based off of that. A lot of those tracks on there had caught meaning to where they actually considered Boosie to be 100% real.
Yeah.
However, as successful as that album made Boosie, is hip hop ready for that style of hip hop to come back? And who is the generation of people that's coming in that's either gonna represent that?
Yeah, like my man just said when he got the phone, you feel me? That's really what I hear, cause I record with a lot of artists from Baltimore, like, and that's really what, like he was saying, that's what the Baltimore artists is on, like.
Baltimore coming top 3.
Coming to the struggle, you feel me? That's what I was saying when you asked me about my style. It's more so the struggle than the shine. Because even when you're struggling, I mean, even when you're shining, you still went through a struggle.
Okay.
You feel me? To get to that shine. So yeah, but
say something on that?
I want you to speak on that.
Yeah.
Alright, so my thing is as far as the struggle rap and everything, it just seems like a lot of people, or the generation, you have the generation who is living in the hard times, who's really struggling, who's really trying to do what they gotta do, to survive. Then you got people, and I don't want anybody to take offense to it, who are just on the outside looking in. In my belief, I think, you have benefits from both sides, but a lot of the people on the outside looking in, when they hear the so-called struggle rappers, they don't understand that they're really talking about what they see, what they go through, their everyday life.
Brother was talking about this right here. He said, what do you idolize them? We don't idolize nobody. You give credit to whether we pay homage and all that type stuff like that. But, you know what I mean? Daytime and nighttime, man.
Exactly.
Daytime and nighttime, that's what
So
I pay
then,
homage to.
you got
because you only get one of those.
Exactly, and you got the people who want to hear, genuinely want to hear the, as you said, the swag kind of music, because I hear a lot of things about this is hip hop, this is not real hip hop. Well, let's define it. If you want to go back to New York times, there are certain elements. Yeah, there are elements to hip hop, but then you got to look. When hip hop first started, it was party tracks, and it evolved into what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think to each its own, but back to the realness. I'm a strong believer in speak what you do, or did. Be yourself. Be honest. Just be honest. People are gonna like you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. That's just my honest opinion.
So what's your input into this organization that y'all representing now?
Well, honestly, right
what's
now.
What's your name first, man? I didn't get your
Tony.
name.
My name's Tony. They just call me Tony.
I'm just Tony.
P. Gutter.
I know you P. Gutter, and I know you Fresh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, the input that you guys anticipate for 2014 to 2015? What's coming next?
Yeah, like I said, I got the American Exchange mixtape about to drop. That's like the album, really. I don't do mixtapes for real like that, because it's all original songs, all original tracks, you feel me?
Mhm.
But I also got the Cool and Fresh mixtape that I'm about to drop within like the next 2 weeks. But it's like jacking for beats. So it'll be just me like coming on like little stuff like I got a track to the 0 to the 100. Zero, the Drake joint that just dropped. And I got a verse to the Migos, She Don't Wanna Be a Freak No More type joint.
I ain't even bluffing. I mean, first told me he wasn't writing no more. You know, I mean, he said he wasn't writing no more. It's Baltimore basement music, by the way. You know what I mean? So as though he said, yeah, might as well throw this on a mixtape. Might as well throw this on a mixtape. A lot of things got mixed on that mixtape, and then he ended up dropping a lot of joint in one summer. That's
Basically what the goal is right now, to just try to get a little name, you feel me? Because I ain't gonna be in here stunting like, yo, you feel me? I get hella love everywhere. Nah,
got everybody ain't nobody, so no family.
When everybody hear me, then that's when I get the love. But right now, I don't got, you feel me? It ain't really no love, you feel me? Everybody.
That's 'cause
what I say it all the time. Who the fuck is Fresh?
Baltimore.
Nobody don't know.
Baltimore.
So that's what the goal is.
A lot of the hip hop underground know who Fresh is or knows what's real music. I buy CDs, you know, right off of dudes, and I definitely push play on them.
Yeah.
Because that's the birth of hip hop. That's where it comes from. Tony, let me hear from you on that.
I was just wanted to say, just so people clarified, I've been with Emotion. I've known her for, hella years, man, like a lot of years. Worked with her. I actually met this dude. Like he said, he from everywhere in Baltimore, but he currently stay over east. I heard his song one day. Told me he rap. I heard it, and I just felt I believed in him. So I was just like, look, man, let me bring you over here. Put you on to some people who I know is about the business.
And that's usually the type of reaction I get too when I let people hear a song or something. They be like, yeah, you really about what you doing. And that's another thing that makes me want to keep rapping. Cause like, I'm very humble. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm the best rapper. You feel me? But I feel as though I'm one of the best, and I'm one of the ones trying to really talk about some real shit. Like, if you listen to my music, you're not just gonna listen to the swag. You're gonna hear the words, and be like, oh shit, you feel me? I've been through that.
And by the
You
way,
ever say he lived 3 lives?
big up Fat Smoke. We met a couple times. I never had the opportunity to chill with you or nothing. But your man Zon, that's my man's. We known each other for a while. Keep doing your thing. Keep your head up in there. Wish you the best when you come out. Keep your head focused, man, because you got a lot of people in the world, not just Baltimore, in the world who may know you and they may be down for you when you at the bottom. But once you start climbing, a lot of people, they start to hate. I just want to say that, big up, represent, keep doing what you're doing, and keep working at it, man. Things will come to you. When you work for it.
Let me ask y'all this though, man. The prison movement. A lot of the hottest artists, like I was saying earlier in the show, was that a lot of the brothers got nothing but time to work on their stuff while they in the joint. You either lifting weights, running ball, whatever, and then those that do poetry, they write poetry. Those who rap. So you got nothing but, I think I probably ran through, I think the last count was 6,000 songs that I wrote in, and about 700 tracks that I professionally recorded.
Yeah.
But they say the industry has moved on and progressed from reality rap. And Baltimore is bringing that back.
That's what I already said.
I
And that's
agree
on
with
different
you.
aspects.
Industry ready for that.
I mean, the
They're
industry.
gonna have to accept it.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
A lot of times, you feel me, when you don't never know who the hottest thing is, you feel me, when they come out. Because you can have a song, you're like, yeah, that joint rock, and then you play it for everybody, and they be like, nah, I don't like that joint. So I guess it's really just on on what you saying and you feel me, what you doing is if they ready for it. Cause you could be coming too strong, you feel me, and then that scare people away, or they could be like you ain't coming hard enough and now you ain't got no fan base.
I had that dream, and then I had that deja vu. You ain't got nothing to do but accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my thing is, I'm gonna touch light on this. As for the prison movement thing, you know, I'm always keep it real before anything. I don't believe in faking. I never been to the prison. I stay away from it, man. You know what I'm saying? Last charge I got, look my shit up. Excuse my language. You look my thing up. Last charge I got, I tried to stay away from it. I know a lot of my peoples, a lot of my guys who's in the prison right now. You know, I feel like it's modern day slavery. I really do. There is a lot of talent in every aspect in the prisons. I believe they need to give these brothers a chance to be heard, to show their talents. As for is hip hop ready for the reality rap? I feel like they have to be. If you know, you got a lot of this Chicago music going on, this drill music, and I mean, look at what they're talking about. They talking about stuff that Baltimore, no offense, no, and when I said no offense, I'm not throwing shots. I don't do that. But Baltimore's been doing this forever. You know, if you trace back, let's go back to the local artists we just talked about, Zion Stacks, Fat Smoke, you know, even Tess. You know, everybody has been doing this for years and years.
I don't interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you. I mean, but I got classified what it is. You keep on being like, so what is prison music gonna give you? Prison music is not gonna give you whatever that person is gonna deal with, because that person is there doing his own thing. You know, everybody grab their own reality as a personality, unless they get with, you know, and then that's a classification of his own too. Because if you grab your own grasp of reality, what you gonna go back to the streets with? You know, that's your own zone. You might come out here with whatever you might do. It might not even be music. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the truth. It's the truth.
So can truth be considered to be dangerous?
Truth is
Always.
Truth is dangerous.
Always.
I would think sometimes
So is Baltimore hip hop dangerous to the industry?
I mean,
with an A&R or record company exec. Now
I'm
let's
getting tired of everybody relating this to the wire.
Okay, exactly.
I mean? But at the end of the day, you should have known that already.
That's what I gotta say about that. You feel me? It can't be dangerous. You feel me? Because when you stay the same for too long, that's dangerous. But for me, you gotta learn how to adapt. That's being a human.
Real shit. Real shit.
You feel me? Like you got to. And when the truth. Like I said, they take people out for speaking the truth. You feel me?
True.
That everybody knows
you
that.
Bush with crabs, one jumping over, somebody ain't making it.
You feel me? And then once some people start talking, you feel me? And then we start getting heard, and then they start seeing the change. Of course, that's when they're gonna be like, oh hell no, you feel me? That's when the people who know the truth already, that's trying to suppress the truth, gonna be like, oh no. But once you can't suppress it, you gotta accept it. Because there ain't gonna be nothing else you can do. That's when they're gonna try to market it, because it's gonna be too much for them. But when they can't market it, what they do, they take you straight out.
Tony, let me ask you about that then, because you've been seeing Deep Flow, you watched Deep Flow evolve, and when I say evolve, you watch the genres of hip hop change. So Deep Flow is still here, and the artists still come and go. The major artists come in. I remember the time when he was telling me, "Yo, Scrappy's here."
Yeah.
You know, so when he was coming through these hallways, he didn't foresee that he would be a star, reality TV star, right? But just tell me, in terms of, did he adapt or did he leave, you know, street rap behind, or what?
To be quite honest, I feel as though I feel he made his own movement. At the same time, maybe he did let the street go. Just my personal opinion. But as P said, everybody has their own.
I'm a probation officer.
Everybody has their own lane. And everybody has their own path in life. It's just all about how you choose to walk that path. back to the Baltimore rap scene, I honestly think the industry is afraid. I think too many people paint a bad picture for Baltimore and don't realize that we have a lot of good artists here. People who generally are really, really good, you know, and they really work. As I said, you know, Fresh, this dude, you know, he's young. He if I say, hey, let's do this, he's there. You know, and we have people all over the world who view Baltimore as P said, The Wire. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, without saying too much, things happen in Baltimore, but that doesn't define every single person and their character. You know, you like you said, you know, you did your own personal time. You know, you handle your business, and look at where you're at. You know, it's all about being a man before anything.
Well, to add to that, you feel me, about the Scrappy thing, you said once he didn't like see himself becoming a reality show star, but once that money got offered to him, you feel me, he had to do what he had to do. Once you get that much money and stuff, you're not in the streets no more. So,
that's true.
So you're not doing the same thing that you was doing. So at the same time, you're still keeping it real, but you also being grown.
Grown. I like that word. It's all about being a man in the end, you know. I respect another man
ask you
for
something in reference to The Wire then. Had The Wire not been here, would artists and be more acceptable?
It had been still R&B singles. It had still been R&B singles. I mean, I'm gonna keep it G.
I was about to say something
because
like
Baltimore. Okay, I mean, a lot of people don't realize it. If you coming out here, you either actor or you a singer. You know what you got? A whole hell of a lot of heart. You know what I mean? Because to hit that note or hit that whatever that charisma you might have to be to make that screenshot perfect or whatever, you played it with your heart or you hit it with your heart. You know what I mean?
I feel like The Wire did give us
No. What they did was pay street homage.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
It paid,
That's
so,
what I mean.
so it paid street homage. Now
You don't realize what nobody did.
Do you think The Wire?
went through.
Let me ask you. Do you think The Wire hurt Baltimore hip hop?
Negative.
Okay.
Negative.
Speak on that.
Negative because hip hop hasn't been exposed yet.
in Baltimore.
True. We got club music. That's what it is.
I mean, but
DC got go-go.
when you look at The Wire towards the Baltimore
What
hip-hop
rap came out of
scene,
Baltimore right now? I mean,
I can name a few.
I mean, no, I'm not saying like that, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I mean, I get your point.
But
I get
Besides like a Drew Hill, I mean, like I need my 106 Park time.
Alright.
Where you at?
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm keeping it G.
As far as the
We go
Wire
up Philly.
thing,
I got a lot.
as far as the Wire thing, you feel me? It didn't
They
really,
scared of Baltimore.
really make our city look bad.
That's
You
it,
feel
yeah.
me? As that.
That's
it. It shed light. It shed light on a lot of things that was going on in the city. So you feel me? When the out of towners see that joint and they be like, oh man, that's how it really is down there. And then they hear the music we giving them, you feel me? Like you say, they ain't got nothing to do but from what you say from the outside looking in.
Tell them first.
So they ain't got nothing. That's all they see. You can only see from your eyes. You can't look at yourself.
Exactly.
You feel me? So that's why they got that
The outside looking
mindset. But
in.
it also shed the light on hip hop, Baltimore hip hop, because for the fans that's in that type of area,
And
you feel
nobody
me?
had no fame for mother.
Now they like, oh
They
yeah,
did.
oh
Yo,
yeah, you
come
feel
on,
me? That's
man.
where we need to go to
This
get
is
that
real
type
life.
of music that we want to
Okay.
hear.
Man, this is KG, man, Legacy, man, on DeepFlowRadio.com, man. Always give me a call. Call us at, anybody want to feel free to comment, man. You know the live number to the radio show, 410-354-3456, or contact me directly at 443-535-5325. We always located at 211 East Patapsco Avenue, B-More, man. I'm online, man, and on Live 365 with Fresh, his mob, originated.
Right.
A lot of their incorporation came from Richmond,
Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia, man. Talk about hip hop down there.
Oh yeah, that down there though, the hip hop scene is it's basically the same thing, and they like when you go to a show down there.
Are they hungry?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? It's still the same hunger and the same street thing, but like you said about the Wire thing, the Wire gave Baltimore that that extra push was, so that's what Baltimore is named for. Richmond don't have, well, I ain't gonna say don't have, but they not really, they known for being, you feel me, grimy down there and stuff like that, but they don't have no real, what's the image to it, you feel me, nothing to put the light on it.
To paint the
So
picture.
yeah, so they rappers down there, yeah, everybody going hard, everybody trying to come up, but they got, it's just everybody trying to come up.
One thing I will say is that I moved a lot around. I moved around a lot of places throughout my life. I lived in Opa-locka in Miami. I'm half Jamaican. My family's from Jamaica. I lived in D.C. Lived in all throughout Baltimore, mostly South. But one thing I will say is, as for Baltimore, I mean, it's a lot of. Tess said this before. It's a lot of love and it's a lot of hate in the city. You have a lot of people who, as I said, they'll love you, and then once you start to elevate, I seen it with my own eyes and say, oh, you know what, he's not keeping it real anymore. Baltimore, out of all the places that I live, Baltimore is definitely, it's definitely, I like to call it the trap, and not as in Atlanta trap. It seems like here, we glorify how gangster you are. We glorify, what you run, where you at, Oh, you on this block, that dude's not here. Yeah, it's a lot of ignorance, but, everybody from Baltimore knows this. We love this city.
Dirty, though,
regardless,
man.
we love
it's
this
about
city.
Eating.
And
all it is.
I
was born at John Hopkins. I was born at John Hopkins. I was raised in Atlanta. I'm not trying to finesse
What do
everybody.
you feel personally about everything you said, Baltimore hip hop wise,
your kids.
The Wire affected? I want to hear your
The
personal
city got a
opinion,
heart.
honestly.
The city got a heart.
Baltimore started out as a sister city to hip hop, well before you brothers was born.
True.
There was a crew that got to open for a lot of the Fresh Fest acts. Fresh Fest was one of the first hip hop traveling concert tours in the country. When America, there was a time where you couldn't hear rap music on the radio stations like you hear them on the radio stations today. You only heard hip hop on the weekends. You had Mr. Magic up in New York who would play a lot of acts, because it was something going on. And the majority of the people, and I'm gonna tie that to what's going on in Baltimore now. Because you go back 15 years ago, you didn't hear that much from somebody jumping out there saying, I'm from B-more and I'm rapping. That wasn't here 15 years ago. Now I'm gonna take you back 35 years ago. I look good, but I'm old. Okay, but I'm gonna take y'all back when you couldn't. These rappers, Houdini, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, Cool Herc, Bambaataa. A lot of these are the first. And forgive me for forgetting Curtis Blow. A lot of these brothers, man, that started this, that took this to the level that it was going to in that direction. If it wasn't for them, we'd be sitting here talking about R&B, literally. So what took place was they didn't have the opportunity to play in arenas and stadiums and stuff like that. It was certain selected cities that you can only go and hear hip hop.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it might be 60 cities in America where you actually got different radio stations that will promote hip hop.
But they wanted it.
But they wanted it, yet the station managers wouldn't pull that trigger. So therefore, you had cities like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Baltimore that accepted hip hop, and because that was accepted, you got the We Rock crew, the Fedeerla crew. You got the creation of DJ Sean Marshall. You had hip hop first being played in old clubs called Pascal's and Volcano and El Dorados. That's where you started hearing, a lot of these rappers that started to come out. And then you had the birth of house music, whether brothers know it or not.
George knew.
George, yeah. That was the creation of house music. This is literally the birthplace from where that comes from. Now, the thing is that when hip hop became global and became national, somehow during the mix, and it wasn't no fault of people like DJ Sean Marshall and Morgan State Radio, where you gotta remember, I say this: Baltimore created house parties.
Yeah.
Baltimore is birth house parties.
Ta-da.
So with Baltimore birthing house parties, you needed what? House music.
Exactly.
So that's what happened.
Creators.
That the creativity, the creation of house music for the house parties ended up being birthed, and it kind of dissolved the Baltimore rapper. There was a brother that kept that flame going, though, brother named Marquise, right? He was actually in the city, east and west side, going from the east to the west side, selling his tapes. He actually made cassette tapes and really made a mixed tape. This was before CDs.
Yeah.
You know.